Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today I wanted to sit and chat, and to be honest I didn't know what I wanted to talk about, but I had a minute just in silence to be like, okay, what should I talk about? And the theme came to me and I was like, obviously I'm going to talk about surrendering and letting go and why it's so powerful, because it is a really powerful tool to, I feel, live a happier life, a more contented life, and also if you're feeling stuck, it's a really powerful tool to just help you move forward. So if you do enjoy this video, please do hit a lovely thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, stick around and subscribe to join our lovely community. So I first heard about the concept of surrendering many moons ago when I first got into the law of attraction, so it must have been around 10 years ago, and I heard Oprah Winfrey talking about it. And she was talking about her experience of when she first discovered the law of attraction, how she got the role in The Colour Purple. And she said she really wanted the role. And I think the story goes, and don't hold me to this, you can probably easily YouTube it, but I think the story goes that she really wanted the role, she hadn't heard anything, or she may have even got rejected. I can't remember, but it had been months or something, she hadn't heard anything. And she said she went out into a field and she just, the gospel song, I Surrender All, came to her. I surrender all to you, my blessed Saviour, I surrender all. And I didn't know that song before this story, but it's just, it stuck with me, so we'll get on to that. So anyway, she went out and I think she sung this song, and then she, someone said to her, Oprah, there's someone on the phone for you. And she went to the phone, and that's when she found out she got the role in The Colour Purple. And she said it was in that moment that she knew surrendering was like one of the most powerful things that you can do in terms of moving towards your dreams, your desires, your goals, and just living a more aligned life. And that story really stuck with me, and I played that song multiple times. I actually love gospel music. I'm not Christian, but I do love gospel music, and that story stuck with me because I was like, okay, well, how does surrendering really help? And then the theme came up again when I read Gabby Bernstein's Super Attractor book, and Gabby talks a lot about surrendering. She's an amazing spiritual teacher. She talks a lot about surrendering and how powerful it is in the process of manifestation, law of attraction, and living your best life. And she basically says that surrendering, we often think of it as humans as giving in, as giving up, but actually it's giving over. And I have just been through a really intense emotional purge transition, and in the midst of that I found the easiest thing that made it the most easiest for me, I came back to the theme, was surrendering and letting go. And what does that mean? What does it mean to surrender and let go? Like, what does that actually mean? So what it actually means is surrendering your ideal and your vision of how you want things to be. It means surrendering resistance and fighting the natural flow of life. Surrendering means when you get in a stream of water, you're not fighting against the tide, you're going with it. That's what surrender means. It means letting go. You know, when you go into the ocean on holiday or on vacation and you're in the beach, you just go with the waves. And that's what surrendering is. It's going with life. Life is a co-creation. We can get very fixated, because we are humans, we are spirits having a human experience, but we can get very fixated on our vision, on what we want and how we want things to be. And when things don't turn out or go the way that we are planning and we are envisioning, we can get very upset. We can resist. We can be like, no, I don't want it to be that way. No, I don't want to end this relationship. No, I don't want to leave this job. No, I don't want to move there. I don't want this. I don't want that. And what happens is we resist and we resist and we resist, and it's hard because we're pushing against what is naturally coming for us, not understanding that yes, we can have a vision for ourselves, yes, we can understand what is best for us, but also spirit, universe, whoever it is you believe in, they have a bigger picture. They also know what's best for us, and it is up to us to meet them halfway and co-create. We are not always in control. In fact, we are not ever really in control, and that's what surrendering is all about, understanding that we are not in control and being okay with that. And how often in our lives do things not go how we anticipated them to, or how we envisioned, or how we had fixated our mind for them to be, but actually they ended up better. Like, how often does that happen? That's the art of letting go. When you let go and you say, okay, this isn't what I had planned. I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for that person to break up with me. I didn't plan to have an argument with this person. I didn't plan to lose all my money. Didn't plan to lose my job. Didn't plan for my car to break down. Didn't plan to... It could be the tiniest thing. I didn't plan to not know what to wear today. I didn't plan to be annoyed that I don't know what to eat for dinner today. I didn't plan for this. But when you say, I didn't plan for it, but it's okay, I'm going to go with it. How much easier is that then? I didn't plan for this is so annoying, I'm so upset, resist, 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 resist. That is so much harder. It's so much harder to be fixated than it is to actually let go. But because we have this culture of have a goal, have a vision, grind, keep going, get the car, get the house, only have it your way. If you're not doing it this way in this box, then it's not okay, because we are so in that culture right now. When things don't go to plan, we get very upset, not understanding that things are always working out for us. Everything is always okay in the end, is it not? And if it's not okay, it's not the end. So there I was in a real dark place. And excuse the barking, I'm probably gonna have to say that on every video because the neighbour's dog just barks so much. But there I was in this dark, dark place, emotionally, feeling very lost, feeling very anxious, feeling very low. Probably one of the lowest points in my life has been the first 3 months of this year, truly. And I had no choice but to sit in it. I could have fought it, and I think I did in the beginning, but then something just came to me and said, do you know what, just allow this. Just allow it. It will pass. And there is something in this moment for you to learn from. And I learned so much. Whereas if I had resisted and I had pushed and I had tried to just keep going and work my way through it, I would have missed every blessing, every lesson, all of it. When we allow and we let go and we surrender, we accept. And that was the big lesson, accepting who I am, where I am, and that everything's okay. We accept things as they are and we allow ourselves to be present in the moment. Because when we don't accept, we are constantly wanting something else, or wanting things to be how they were, or wanting things to be how we think they should be. But when we just accept and just allow, we make space for things to move. When we are so fixated, we block ourselves. When we say, no, I only want this thing. I talked about this, I think last week it was, in my spiritual dilemmas. I talked about it, I can't remember when, but there is that vision, that picture. If I can, I will slot it in here. And regardless of your religion, you know, I'm spiritual, so I'm open to all religions. But there is a picture and it just sums up the art of surrendering so well. And there's a child and there's Jesus. And the child is looking at Jesus and Jesus is saying, hand me your teddy. And the child's got a really small teddy bear. And Jesus is saying, hand me your teddy. And behind Jesus's back is a massive teddy bear. It's much bigger than the one the kid's handing over, like it's huge. And the kid's like, I don't want to. And that's what we do. That's what we do. When life throws us curveballs, when things don't go our way, we resist. We say, I don't want to do that. I don't want change. We like comfort. We like things to stay the same. We like what we know. But the thing is, when we are in a space of knowing, we don't grow. We don't evolve. So we want the nice job. We want the nice car. We want the career. But sometimes we're not prepared to be the person it takes to get there, because to become the person it takes to get there, we have to give up who we are. You know, you're not going to be what you want while you're in your comfort zone. You have to move. And so, yeah, Jesus is saying, hand me the little teddy bear. And the kid's like, I don't want to. Not knowing that behind Jesus' back, he has something so much bigger. And that's the point of surrendering and letting go. When we just say, okay, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to flow with life. I'm going to have my vision and hold my vision. But understand that, as Gabby Bernstein says, this or something better. This, my vision, I'd love this. But I'm also open to something better. Because when we just say this, I want this, we block out the something better. And we're waiting for something that may never happen because we're blocking out what could be even greater. So that is the art of surrendering, and that is why it's so powerful to understand that actually not being in control is actually a superpower. And for someone like me who's super anxious and wants to be in control of everything all the time, that's a real big lesson to learn, and I know a lot of you are probably the same. So how do you do it? How do you actually surrender and let go? Practicing mindfulness is a really big thing. Meditation, journaling, sitting in your emotions rather than running from them. It takes self-awareness. There's not going to be one tool that really helps you to surrender and let go. It's a conscious effort. It's a conscious act. I would love to sit here and say, follow these tips and that's how you can surrender and let go. But actually, it takes a conscious effort. It's a conscious effort to remind yourself, okay, on bad days when things aren't going your way, it's in those moments that really you are tested about surrendering and letting go, and understanding that maybe my car broke down because I needed to not be at that place in that time, because maybe something would have happened if I had been there. To understand that maybe I can't find something to wear because actually maybe I'm not meant to attend this event today, maybe I'm meant to stay home. It's having faith and understanding that things are happening on a bigger picture than us. And like I said, I'd love to say that there was a 5-step guaranteed way to surrender and let go, but really and truly it's about being consciously aware that in those moments you take a step back and you be mindful and be present and say, okay, this or something better. And that is the power of surrendering and letting go, and it's a really good tool, and especially it's really helped with my emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I can be very attached to emotions, and this works with emotions, that whole thing of attachment. I'll talk about that I think in another video. I'm really sorry if you can hear a lot of background noise. People are in the house and being super noisy. That's life. I'm just gonna go with it. If you do want to dive more into the work of surrendering and letting go, I really would recommend Gabby Bernstein. She is incredible. I think you can find her on Instagram. I think she has a podcast now. Her book is Super Attractor. She's also got numerous other books, but Super Attractor was the one that I read. And she has a YouTube channel. And also there is a oracle deck called the Surrender deck, which, you know, you can just say what's blocking me, what's stopping me from moving forward, because that's really what surrendering and letting go helps you do. It helps you move on. And this deck has got so many great things like surrender procrastination, surrender low self-esteem, surrender to the magic of who you are. Sometimes surrender isn't about letting go of things as well. Sometimes it's surrendering to your authentic truth. And just the real thing with surrendering really is allowing and accepting, allowing things to be the way they are and accepting them for what they are. And it's such a freeing thing. Once you just surrender and let go, it's so freeing, because it just allows you to be present in the moment of life, allowing life to play out and trusting life. And it just allows things to bloom and blossom a lot more when you know you're supported and loved by something bigger than you. So I hope this video has been able to help, lovelies. If there's any other spiritual topics you'd like me to talk about, please do leave them in the comments down below. You can book a personal and private psychic reading with me if you would like to over on my website www.kirstilewis.com. You can also find me on Instagram at @IamKirstyLewis. And thank you so much for your support and being with me today. If you haven't already, please do stick around and join our lovely community, and I will see you soon for another video, lovelies. Bye!